For iGyaan.in, and today we're going to be unboxing and taking a quick look at the new Lava Iris Win 1. Now this phone has been launched at a price of 4,999 rupees, approximately 5,000 rupees, and it features quite a decent feature set, especially considering that the device runs Windows Phone 8.1. Now a 5,000 price bracket is an all-time low for Windows Phone devices, so that is something which we are really excited about. Only Nokia has been able to make the Lumia 530 and the 520 at these price brackets. But now Lava has come with something that will give that to you. Now, as far as specs are concerned, we have some information on the back, but we'll be telling you most of it as and when we go through with the unboxing of the device. So the first thing inside the box is the phone itself. I'm going to put it to the side. You also get a USB to micro USB charging cable, the USB wall charger. You'll also get in-ear style earphones with flat cables and the documentation. The battery is a 1950 mAh battery. Inside the box, you will also get a screen protector and a flip case that should give you some added protection. So one screen protector comes pre-installed on the device, which is a good thing. And overall, the device is not too large, as you can see over here, which is also sort of a good thing for the device, which is only 5,000 rupees. You're not looking for too big in terms of the capability. So if I remove the back panel, you will see you have two SIM card slots and a micro SD card slot, and this is where the battery will go in. So over at the front, we have a 4-inch WVGA display, and you also have a VGA front camera. So that is slightly disappointing, but the fact that you do have a front camera is great. You also have a bunch of sensors over here that you can see in the cutout real easy. The display is pretty good for the size, but of course, if you're used to higher resolution displays, you'll truly miss that. On the bottom, you have 3 touch capacitive Windows buttons as required: the search button, the back button, and the main home button. There's nothing on the bottom edge of the device. On the right is your power button. On the top is the 3.5mm headphone jack along with the micro USB charging and data syncing port. On the left are your volume rockers. On the back is a 5-megapixel camera with LED flash. You also have the Iris Win logo, and you have the Lava logo at the bottom along with the main speakerphone. So you have a 1.2 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon chipset on the inside, which is a quad-core chipset. You get 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of storage along with micro SD card expandability. You are running Windows 8.1 for mobile devices, so that is excellent because you're on the latest version. So that's it. That's your main home screen. As you can see, it is running Windows Phone 8.1. You do have these triple size icons over here. So if I want to increase the size or decrease the size of a widget or this cube, I can do that fairly easily. They're called live tiles on Windows OS. So these are your live tiles. They'll update with information as and when it's available on most of the cases. So if you're clicking pictures, they'll keep switching through pictures as and when you click them. And of course, you can jump directly to one of these applications by simply tapping on one of those tiles. Now on the right, you have your list of all your tiles, and of course, you can search for any of your applications. So instead of the list of all your tiles, it's actually a list of all your applications. So this is all your applications over here, and you can search for them. Of course, you can jump into any application you want, and you can also download a bunch of applications from the marketplace. So what was earlier called Marketplace is now called Store. So you can simply jump onto the store and download any application that you want. Now multitasking has also been improved quite a lot, and it helps you sort of jump into any of your favorite applications by simply holding down the back button and scrolling through the tiles that are active. And you can also quit any running application by pressing on the X. For a 5,000 rupee device, this is one of the most responsive devices that you can get, simply because it's running Windows OS. It's pretty locked down, it's pretty secure and stable, so that will help you a lot. It does miss a bunch of things that are available on operating systems like Android, of course, but you will not see a bunch of applications as well in the store that are easily available on Android and iOS. So even though we've connected to Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi networks seem to be pretty weak on this. Even though our Wi-Fi router is just in the next room, it's appearing to be really weak. So I'm going to test that out real quick by jumping into Internet Explorer. So it appears to be working properly, although it's showing a really weak signal. But as you can see, it loads up our website real quick. No issues there whatsoever. And then I can also jump into one of the pages over here. And that also happens pretty quickly, which is a good thing. I can also switch from portrait into landscape, and hopefully that will happen as well. And that did. And I'm pretty happy with the way the browser is responding, even though Internet Explorer is not supposedly one of the best browsers, but it works fairly well on this, and it seems to be pretty fast and responsive. Now, like I said, of course, you can go into the store and download all number of applications that you would like to, but things like YouTube and all finally have improved quite a lot versus what they were earlier as just web apps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and jump into the camera and see what that looks like. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but the camera seems to be pretty good, especially the fact that we clicked a picture indoors. It's one of the greatest features of Windows Phone. The camera app is pretty decent, and the way they process images is really good. And you have a great amount of background defocus as well, which looks really nice on this device. So this was a really good close-up shot, again done indoors. So this looks great, and we're pretty happy with the camera in terms of the way it works. And of course, you have all the bunch of settings that you would like over here. You can add lenses if you want to, and download more lenses from the store. You can go into a bunch of preset scene modes over here, and of course you can bring on more settings, and you can go into photo settings and choose the default size, tap to take focus, anti-banding. All of those features can be turned on or off. And then of course you have video settings here as well. I'm going to show you that real quick. And it will capture video at a maximum of 864 into 480 and not 720 as we mentioned earlier. So video settings are also pretty low, so 864 into 480, but it does support 720p video playback. You won't be able to play 1080p videos on this device. So overall, for a price of 5,000 rupees, actually should be available for much less. The device seems pretty nice. On the back is a really nice soft touch back panel that feels great in the hand and looks good as well. And overall, the device seems to be a promising device, a promising basic device for anyone who's looking for a cheap Windows phone and is not looking for Android, or is sick of the way Android gets slow in these devices. And you should be pretty happy with something like this. Now, as far as Android is concerned, you have a bunch of alternatives now. You have the Redmi 1S, which is unfortunately for the time being banned, but is available at the same price bracket. You have the Moto E, which is available at the same price bracket, and of course you have the Android One devices, which are available at the same price bracket, which should get Lollipop soon enough. So if you're considering any one of those devices, you can also look at the Lava Iris Win 1 as one of your options. So there you go, guys. This was a quick look at the Lava Iris Win 1. If you have any questions or queries, do visit us on iGyaan.in. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. This is me, Bharat. Thank you guys for watching.